So then Vasco was telling me, like, we gave the island to Vara. Vara thinking that he's going to be ridiculously rich, and then turns out that he's even poorer than the actual street urchins that are running around La Corona's capital. I mean, I just think that's his comeuppance at this point. Actuary to the crown. Yeah, I'm not going to continue on with that statement. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Anno 1800. Excuse me, myself and the boys, as it were. We're just having some rum here in Nassau, making sure that we honor that promise. These are a couple of soldiers from the Red Star Legion, if you guys didn't know. And I did make sure that we honor that promise. So I had to put in a little bit of a call, and I have to figure some way. Apparently Santa's here too, to Dread Pirate Captain Doozy, and ask him if it's possible for us to just come and visit and see how it's going. And obviously he roasted me first, then was like, all right, sure, whatever. You're paying, you might as well, right? So I don't think we've ever had like a decent walkthrough of Nassau, but you gotta love our little pirate hive over here. And recently I went ahead and actually came out yesterday, a tier list for all the DLCs and cosmetic packs for Anno 1800. If you guys would like to check it out, I'll put it at the end of the video so you guys can take a look-see. And I think it's doing rather well, and I believe a lot of people really appreciated it, because I like it when YouTubers that I follow do something similar. It really helps me put into perspective. For example, the idea actually came from Legend of Total War, because he does a lot of tier lists, and I really appreciate it when he does his tier lists on different units, different factions, different legendary lords. So I'm like, man, that's really cool, and it's really informative when you really think about it. So I was very, very happy to do so. And in the comment section, I believe you guys want more tier lists coming from me. So I will definitely make sure that happens. So I wanted to also talk about something while we're having a little bit of a walkthrough up until Fort Nassau. Regarding the willingness of some of the community to contribute to the channel financially and all that stuff. First of all, I just want to take a moment and truly appreciate you guys for wanting to do so. Even mentioning that you want to do so is honestly enough for me. Really, it is. Because I would be very honest with you, I never believed that this channel would ever in a million years reach the point that it has in such a short time frame. There are channels that are capable of, putting one video out, they become absolutely viral, and they get thousands and thousands of subscribers and all that stuff. I'm not like that. I know I'm not like that. I've always been the slow and steady wins the race. If it happens, that's out of my control. But what I'm going to tell you is I want to make sure that when that stuff is enabled, because I've gone ahead and done a little bit of research with it in order for me to discuss it a little bit with you guys further, I am going to make sure that it's done properly. And what I mean by that is I do not want it to just be like, hey, you want to just give me money because you want to do so. No, I want to make sure that you're getting something out of it. So I'm going to be talking to a couple of friends of mine. I've done a little bit of research with other channels, and I see something that's rather common is to have like sub badges and stuff like that. I'm going to start on that process so we can get a couple of sub badges going. And what I will need to do is talk with Zara again, because I want to try and make a Discord role after that point when the memberships are enabled and stuff like that for people who are actually opting into that. That is not to say that the Discord is going to be locked behind a paywall. Let me be very clear. Discord will never, ever, ever be locked behind a paywall. Everyone is welcome to the Discord. Everyone is able to join it. All I say when you do join it is be respectful of one another, because that is the type of community that I want to have for the long term, being a very good, respectful, kind community of good people. That is what is going to be a constant thing. With regards to actually setting up the memberships, I have to work on that, because I really want to elaborate a little bit more on the channel's lore and make sure that it makes sense. So the ranks and the roles that come from that, and I will make sure that they are the exact same on Patreon, regardless of wherever you choose to do so. It really, at that point, it's up to you completely. They will be the same. They will have the same perks. More than likely, I have to learn a little bit more about what Patreon offers, because, again, I'm really new to this. If you guys are new here as well, I don't come from a background of content creation. I don't come from a background of, video creating, editing, stuff like that. I'm learning all of this on the fly. And I studied law for about 10 years, like my actual self. The program that I am now is based off of my creator. So 100%, I need to understand it, fully be able to wrap my head around it, be like, okay, yes, this makes sense. This is what's the most plausible idea for the community, the fairest. I'm always going to try to be as fair as possible, and I want to make sure that you guys all feel the same. I never want you to feel like I'm going to be taking advantage of you. That's never going to be the case. I truly appreciate every single one of you, and just the willingness to contribute in that way. You quite penetrated me with your kindness. Let me be very, very vulnerable in saying that, even though I've said that multiple times. But this one I truly mean from the bottom of my heart. Really, it really means the world to me. So I wanted to make sure I talk about all that. And we always appreciate a little bit of a scenic view. Nassau is in fact a very beautiful island, even though it's not fully built up. That's true. But I am gonna prank Doozy because he is a IRL friend of mine, and I'm gonna tell him that he needs to be making my industrial lubricant. So the man's gonna be producing lube. I'm just gonna send him that in a DM and be like, I need you to make me some lube, and see what the response is. Oh my god. Okay, so while we're doing this, I also wanted to mention that I have a couple of other really cool ideas for additional games, and I've been playing a lot of Total War Warhammer. The reason why I haven't posted anything Warhammer related yet is because we still have some series that are going on. I want to finish those out first, and then more than likely, I think at this point, it might be the guide series that reaches the end first instead of the expert campaign. But again, we'll find out. But I definitely want to try to bring in some Total Warhammer 3. And the reason why I haven't done it yet, going back to it, is there was a persistent crashing issue that was happening, and I did not know what was the problem. So I put a ticket in, and I did some independent research. Naturally, they were not helpful at all. But I figured out what the problem is. It seems to be running just fine. Apparently, with the Omens of Change DLC that came out recently, there was some sort of issue in which a lot of people's games were crashing and whatnot, and I was definitely part of that. So I miraculously got that fixed. Can we go in here? No, we can't. That's unfortunate. But I miraculously got that fixed, and now I'm trying to figure out what the issue is with Crusader Kings 3, because I really like that game too, and I think we can definitely have a lot of fun with both of those situations. As Anno will always be around. I'm making sure that Anno is going to be at the top of the list, so don't you worry about that. And there are going to be more tier makers coming out, tier lists and all that stuff, but I think we enjoyed our little walkthrough of Nassau, and we'd love to see all these pirate ships out here. I like the color scheme for these pirate ships. That comes from the Pirate Cove pack. You guys don't know about it. The gunboats, on the other hand, those are just base game. But they just, I don't know. If you played Lokir Fellheart's campaign, that's literally the color scheme. Let me zoom in on it a little bit more. Yeah, it is pretty. Don't get me wrong. I think there's a Kraken in the back. Yeah, so it legitimately is Lokir Fellheart's faction. I should have just said, dude, why don't you just be Lokir Fellheart in our campaign? But no, he always likes to be himself. So back over here to Ventarus. I really, really like this island a lot. I love this little idea in the middle that we did together. And what I want to do first is I want to get some of the beautification stuff done. And on the exterior, we're going to put some of these jungle plants just at any location, like right over here. We're not planning on building in here. We kind of want it to be a little concealed, I guess. That really screwed me, didn't it? Let's put some over here. This is a larger section, but I'm not opposed to putting this around here. It does make it look quite nice in my opinion. And we'll just drag it over to here and fill out these little spots. Yeah, we'll do the same here. And we'll do the same over here. A little bit of extra room over here. I was not aware fully. Apparently I forgot this spot. Let me just go ahead and fix that with a little bit of fencing. I had no idea that console... I had to go and look at this because someone's comment on the tier list was like, are we actually able to get these for PlayStation? And I looked at it initially, it was like, I would imagine so, but then I went and took a little bit more of a deep dive into it, and apparently you can't get the Anno 1800 DLCs for console, and they just wanted to focus on base game and cosmetic packs, so that was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure why, but I guess it might be stability issues with consoles, because this game is a pretty labor-intensive game, I will say that, so not surprised, really. I don't like this road. I do not like this road at all. I'm looking at it. I don't appreciate it. What I think I'll do is, this is the main road that comes down, right? So I'm going to bring it over to here and then link this up. Get rid of all of that and call it a day. There we go. That's a lot better. And then we're going to start with the hacienda quarters and stuff like that all the way over here. We probably will get to the point of actually beautifying this area as well, because it is a really nice location to have a hacienda. I mean, the man has a great spot, okay? An absolutely great spot. Let's see what the radius is looking like. Pretty beefy. I want to imagine that it'll probably go over to there, or it might just stick into here. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, this might be a better location to have the quarters in. Yeah, let me just play around with this for a hot minute. So I don't want to put any buildings ever close or directly bordering the haciendas that I make. I just feel like there needs to be a little bit of a break in between them. So let's try to do something like this. Actually, hold up. Get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of all of these, so it's not connected anymore. And I want to use the hacienda pathway. Yeah, I know you guys don't have the hacienda. Give me a minute. There we go. See? Problem solved. And then put the paving in between. So the main roads are going to be with the pathway, and then we'll have paving that are in between them. I'm also going to fix this section. Let's see if I can make it a little bit more natural looking. That looks better, I feel. You got destroyed that fast. Oh, my game froze. Oh, boy. Oh, that's great. Okay, fantastic. There was a little update, apparently. I don't know what happened, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and put down another set, but I'll put it like so. We'll just have them bordered like that. And instead, we'll have the paving go down to here. And over to here. And in the front here, we need to make sure we give their happiness requirements. So a Samba school is absolutely necessary. We're also going to need a boxing arena. So let's go ahead and put those two down before they kill me. And, you know, that's a terrible, terrible time. We don't want that to happen. You know what? Put you here. And then we're going to go ahead and put the Samba school. You know what? We'll put the Samba school further up here. Because the hacienda can act as a warehouse, so I'm fine with that. Let's use the pathway, actually, to head up this direction. And then we'll do the same over on this side. That will look nicer once I actually get this spot beautified, that's for sure. And another row of these would go a long way. So we're just having a lot of artistas here on Ventarus. I'm totally fine with that. And I'm pretty sure Henry is also pretty fine with that. It looks awesome. I gotta be real. The road won't connect, but that's okay. Not gonna really worry about that. Kidoki, where is that Samba school? It's literally open, and I'm asking where it is. That's just how my brain functions. Let's put the Samba school down, so then these guys will be happier. We don't need to put police regarding like police stuff over here. I don't think it'll be necessary. There'll be 2 homes here. That's good. I'll have to extend the paving just a wee bit more. And then what I think we're going to do, we're going to finish out on this island, at least with the construction of the quarters and whatnot in this episode. And then I believe in the next episode, we're going to return back to the capital. But what I will do from now until then is a lot of this open land is going to be farm fields. So we're going to have a fuel station probably put in the best possible spot to get to everywhere. This is an incredible spot for a lot of farm fields. And I really want to make a really epic beach over here. and one in the back here, because these guys are going to want a beach anyway. So we'll have to get to that point at some regardless. So we need to probably build it here. Hey, you, how's it going? No, and no, and no. How about that? See you later. Oh yeah, I absolutely know what's best. You know what? I'm glad that you agree with me. I'm glad that everyone agrees with me, right? I know what's best. That totally does not lead to problems. I'll put a quarter over here. I don't want them to look exactly the same everywhere. I want it to have some level of variation. Oh, we definitely need to have one of these. Oh. Oh, but where are we going to put you? Man, I sound like the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter. Difficult. Very difficult. But where to put you? Not Slytherin. Not Slytherin. Who doesn't want to be in Slytherin? Hello? Slytherin is the best house. Fight me. I'm literally, I will die on that hill. I've always been a Slytherin. Every single damn quiz I've taken, like, oh, which house are you gonna be in? I had like a whole friend group back in university that were like, oh my god, like, we took a test and we all got in like Gryffindor or Ravenclaw. Our Empress is a Ravenclaw, by the way. And so is Zara, for that matter. But what does your boy become? Every time I'm like, dude, I don't even need to take the damn test. I know what I'm going to be in. I can tell you right now what I'm going to be in. But just try it. You never know. It could be different. What happens? 5 minutes later. Hey, look. Slytherin. Where's my Nimbus 2001? I know that's not the actual... It didn't belong to the team. Draco was being a little rich brat, and he got a whole bunch of them because his little daddy has so much money. That being said... I would want a Nimbus 2001. That is my favorite broom in the entire series. It looks badass, and I would be a Quidditch player. 100% I would. Did you guys ever play Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup? It was a game way back in the day, man. That was such a good game. I love it. Playing as the Bulgarians was so much fun. Their team were just like absolute bruisers. They would beat the living hell out of their opponents with their team special ability. Oh, so cool. I need to transition over to beautification now. You see how that instantly changes in my crazy brain? Yeah, it happens, right? So I like this centerpiece quite a bit, and we did promise Patrick we get some more colonnades and columns going because I know I made that promise to him, and I know I have to keep it. So we're gonna start with this, even though this is not Patrick's Island. I listen to people, and I'm pretty sure Henry likes some columns as well. And we'll have a Hacienda pool. I like the other one better. It looks nicer. I'll put one... This is kind of in the middle, right? Yeah, we'll put one right over there. Hey, there we go. 450 attractiveness. Love to see it. I love it whenever that pops up, truly. And I'm going to put some of the Hacienda palm trees at the corners. And I know it's not in the middle. That's okay. I'm going to fix it up in a moment. I could have alternatively put down a Hacienda wall around here, but I think this is just fine. The Seas of Change banner, you know what? I feel like this is somewhat necessary. We have to put these banners down. We have to be proud on what we are and everything that we've accomplished. Oh, look at that airship. I love this airship skin for the Boreas class. It's so pretty. Right, so getting back to the beautification, we need to go to the Fiesta pack, which I love this pack a lot as well. I think we'll put some exotic flower beds in between, like so. I'm not going to put it there, but I will indeed put a summer pavilion in this corner. Yes, I believe that is a good idea. And we're not going to put a fountain because we already have a Hacienda pool, so I feel like that's kind of just like, well, why bother? But we can have a really nice, small little market in the back here. So we'll make sure that, you know, Henry's place is a real happening place, okay? That he entertains the people. Just because he's an admiral does not mean that he has to completely neglect the will of the people, right? He will definitely be very, very forthright with his people. He loves them. I mean, his island is incredible, even though it's not fully done yet, obviously. What the heck is this? Many visitors are cutting their stay short in Tucson. Okay, well, they lack culture. If you're trying to you're cutting your stay short. This is why I hate tourists. You're cutting your freaking stay short in Toussaint, of all places. You know what? Beauclair doesn't even want you. Leave. I will go to Beauclair. We will go to Beauclair. We don't want the tourists there. They're not even probably paying for anything. I went on an absolute tangent. I did not mean that at all. Let's go ahead and put down some sunwells. Yeah, you know, sunwells always nice, always pretty. And, yeah. Oh, you know what? Bright banners. That's pretty festive. That's a really festive intro. I like that. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we put something like this. It doesn't fit perfectly. We'll have to bring it back one so it looks exactly perfect over to there. Yeah. And then we'll have a summer pavilion over on this side as well. Oh, that's so pretty. Do I want to have... That's nice. I like that. Let's get one of these trees. Let's go ahead and put down a bench and then terracotta. Looks nice, looking good. On this side, I will instead... Well, we already have a sunwell there, but this is a fountain. So I'm going to put the fountain down and wait until we get to this point. We need to get some more of the hacienda paving so we can bring it down to here anyway. So that'll pretty much hug this entire spot. Look at that. That's really nice. Really nice. It feels hot, though. You ever get that feeling? Do you guys ever live in a desert type terrain? It feels hot to me. Like, we're going to be going out there and we're going to be sweating buckets type feel. You know what? Over here, I like this to be a pavilion. Even though you don't see much, I think it's still fine. We'll put this over here, and then maybe a Mizzoan Memorial. Little seating area. You know, where is that accursed newsstand? There it is. That's the one I wanted. We'll just hide this thing back there. And going back over... Well, what can I use from here? You know what? That's some music. Just ignore the fact that the tiles aren't the same. Maybe... We already have some palm trees over here, so maybe this is fine-ish. Let's put some over there. Oh, very pretty. Let's put a hacienda pool for these guys. Can we fit one back here? No. That's depressing. But we can put a shed. We can put a shed or two. Yeah, let's put some sheds down. And maybe a stack of crates. And it sucks that this doesn't come with, like, paving, you know? Because it comes with this for the actual hacienda, but it doesn't come with a base tile. That's also a little bit annoying. Well, you know what? The traditional path doesn't look too bad either. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta try this. Are those grates? Ew! What? No. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. We are... No. If I ever decide that I ever want to use that again, once you hit me upside my digital head. Right. So we have this side pretty much done. I want to imagine that we don't have many spots. Well, this whole area we can put some trees in, so we'll do that. Can't put anything over there. Let's put, like, a couple of these over here. I do also want to put in some palm trees on occasion. I'm a sucker when it comes to these purple trees. I really like them. I really like them. Let's put those over there. We can have another Mizzoan Memorial be right over here, and then build this out. So another question that I've been asked from people who are on the Discord, in DM primarily, is whether the governor system and the noble ranks are going to be carried over to the modded campaign. And I will be very honest and say yes, they will. They'll just be the way that your character is going to be, I guess, how they go about situations in that series are going to be different. There are also other people who have expressed willingness to become governors of that particular series, and I have made notations of it. I just want you all to see what it's all about first, and then we will definitely entertain getting some more people into that role, because I definitely we do have a lot of people who are interested in something like that. So And truthfully, I love the fact that it's a thing that we have the ability to do this. Really, let's put that over here. I will break from convention and put down some palm trees. That person is just gonna be staring at a wall. Let's not do that. But yes, there will be governors. There will be more. I'm not gonna give you spoilers. Not a lot of spoilers, if at all. Well, I'm trying not to. I want to talk about it because I got the storyline done. It's more on the, okay, I'll just say this. It is more along the military aspect for the modded campaign. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think I will put some roads right here and finish the centerpiece out with this paving. That looks awesome. So we have this section done. Let's head on over down here and put a beach down. So this is the only spot we can put it in. Okay, that's fine. I think I'm okay with that. And we want to make sure that it's connected here, and let's bring it down to right here. Perfect. So now this is connected, and it's going to over here. So if you guys don't know how the beach works, let me show you. The beach has a radius in and of itself, okay? So it goes all the way over to here, the base building. But the way that you expand upon it, so technically you only need one beach location. You can expand it by putting a whole bunch of these ornaments down, and you will see how much it's actually going to be impactful when you put some of these things down. So we'll have this, you see how it's blank right now? The only thing that we have here is Captain of Industry. Let's go ahead and put down a couple of these ornaments and see what happens. So we'll put down a couple of these larger modules like this, and then maybe some of the changing stalls. We'll put one over on this side. We're definitely going to need a lifeguard tower. I'll kind of position one. I think I put it in the wrong spot. That's better, so they're actually looking outward. And we'll have to have maybe two over on this side. See about maybe here and over here. Looking good. Have a boathouse. I like putting the boathouse kind of close to the water. I just feel like you don't want to be dragging that thing everywhere. So the picnic parasols, or those are the private parasols, excuse me. The private one, put one over there, one over here. And then we can put one like back here and finish it out with sand. Now, I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and gets everywhere. And being forced to put a whole bunch down, ugh. And I have to fix it because there are little bits and pieces of it that don't want to cooperate. Get this over down to here. Okay, so fix that. So with the grant, we saw that there was nothing there before, right? Now look at this. You get this little icon, beach range. It's now at 325% above its range. So let's see where it's going now. It is going all into the fort and actually all around the freaking island. It is stopping kind of close to the airport. That is nutty. It's really cool. So now every single one of these guys now also have the beach need fulfilled, and we're getting more artistas out of them. That's awesome. Love to see it. So we technically do not need to build another beach end over here, but I'm going to later on. May not be in this episode because we may not have time for it, but I definitely want to expand upon it as much as possible. This is more than likely going to need some changing, but this one, right over here. Fix that. Fix that. Fix this, and fix this. Okay, great. So we have it pretty much blended. I can't fix these little edges, which suck, but we can try to revisit that later. Let's start working on this side. So maybe we go ahead and we copy these two and we try to put them down like right here along the road. That should be okay, I think. Oh, we might not be able to make it to that home. Let's see what happens. If not, then we can consider changing it. This one goes over to here. go grab one of these. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely a problem. We're gonna have to get rid of this middle one, and instead we'll just do some beautification work around it. Go over in here, plop down. You know what? I'm gonna do something different. That's pretty. That's really pretty. See, it's that voice line. That voice line is the dude making fun of me. Excuse me while I drink some of my tea, because I promised you guys I was going to be paying attention to drinking some tea and or coffee before I record anything. Ah, very good. You guys are curious what tea I drink, because I know I have a lot of avid tea drinkers in, you know, my lovely subscriber base. I appreciate every single one of you. I like to drink Earl Grey tea, and it is with cinnamon and cardamom in it, which is really good for you. I know I just deleted that, but I'm going to build a road all the way down to here. I'll just extend the road over to here. It's very, very good. I absolutely adore it. I've never been a fan of having tea with milk. I can't drink milk anymore, unfortunately. So, you know, if that put to the side for a moment, pretty sure you can definitely fill in the blanks as to what happens. It's something I would have been keen on trying at least once in my life, though. I might still attempt it. You know, I might still attempt it. Oh crap! It was this one. Change that out, and I need to make that one straight edge because I totally forgot on the other side is indeed paving. There we go. Now you guys are happy. Oh, wait a minute. Totally forgot that I had these outdoor arcades. Huh. I can put 3 down here? Alright, nice. It's looking very pretty. I like that. Even with that really cool fountain in there. And I'm gonna get this side. Let's work on this stuff back here. Do we want some outdoor arcades? Would it make sense here? I don't know, but I'll tell you what would make sense when it comes to this boxing arena. It's a very interesting idea when it comes to beautification. So you see Emperor of the Skies over here. For some reason, I feel like the covered seats, they work with just having people wait for this freaking thing to be over. You know? So they can be a part of it. We might see some NPCs populate it. I'm not sure. But we can go ahead and put down a cafe in the back here. Oh, there we go. We got some people. Nice. We can get some cafe tables. And then we can also put down some of the flagpoles. Now, there's a cool one. Not that... Well, Air Cafe, it might work. I'm gonna leave that. And then put this sign, like, right here. That's kind of cool. And then in the back here, we can try to do something like maybe have a duck pond or something of the sort. Because I dare say I have not used this ornament much, if at all. Same goes with these stone flower pots. The only issue being is that they conflict with the ground tiles over here. Which, personal take... I wouldn't have made this the paving tile. I would have made it the same, like, brick tiles as these New World homes are actually based around. So, that being out of the way, I think I'll just go ahead and try a little bit of this and just finish it out with regular paving in this corner. So, actually, it does provide a nice transition in between here and here. It doesn't when it comes to these homes. But I'll keep it for now. See how it really plays out. And then they're getting everything they want, so the only things that we're not bringing in are the mezcal, the jalea, which I don't even believe we're producing enough over on Terre d'Ange. I really don't. Those are just a whole different beast altogether. Let me take a look-see here. Right. We also need to send a couple of specialists over to Duke Shadow, of whom has requested it for his town hall over on Traxios. But I want to see first. I have to see what will be the best ones. I have not looked, unfortunately. We have plenty of mezcal in here. We have a lot of pills, so that's good. Have a lot of the perfumes. Are they not consuming any? Oh, they are, but I mean, it's remaining steady. Oh, right, because yeah, I instituted that little thingy that helps out with goods consumption needs, but I did it on a massive scale. So the delay is also high as well. But at the same time, I'm not producing enough of these to bring it over, and nor do I think I really want to. Hey, look at this moron! Hey, how's it going? You want to try again? No, yeah, go right past my prison colony. Do it, do it. I dare you. No, please, please. You enjoyed the view? Oh man, that really sucks. Oh, that's awful. Man, you don't have a good insurance policy? Sit! 106 times this man has tried to take back his island. 106. Mark my words. I am a very, very stubborn program. There is no way in hell he is getting past this fleet. There is no way in hell he is getting past these guns. And there is no way in hell he is ever getting his island back. Period. Dot the end. I'm never giving in with that. Why is my population going down? I do not know why. I don't care either. I will figure it out later. This is what I'm focusing on right now. This is the most important thing because it is for the people. Now, when can I start actually building some of these homes? I think this is going to be a nice spot. You know what? What would be the... Let's actually bring in some of the Abrera quarters as well. Let's kind of mix and match the two. Because it's a nice building. I really, really like them. We'll put some, like, right over here. I think we'll have enough room to get the paving at least to the back over there for that home. No, we won't. So we actually need to connect it here. I'll get rid of this. Well, no, I don't necessarily have to. I don't have to, but I will anyway. I think that's probably the best thing going about it. We'll put this one here, and then this one at the end, like, where is it? Like this. Yeah, I think that's probably a better way of going, because then it's an open area they walk in. That's nice. And then we'll have... Oh, you know, that somehow miraculously worked. And we'll put this one at the far back. I'm not going to put homes in here because then I won't be able to get to them. Unless I delete one row of the sand, which I'm not opposed to doing. That dude's making fun of me again. What's the problem? Okay, yeah, I want to spread the fertilizer all around the world. Sue me. Are you enjoying your fertilizer-based foods? I think you are. So, I don't want to hear it. That's not to you guys. That's to the dude that makes fun of me constantly in the game. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put... Actually, no. Screw this. I'm going to put the... one of the quarters right over here. Yeah. Nice little distribution. He's unhappy. What's your problem? Oh, no chapel. Okay, that's definitely a thing. What? Can I stuff a chapel in here? Is that possible? Yeah, it would be actually. Let me get rid of some of this. Put a nice chapel right here. Let's go. Boom. And then because I got rid of some of the sand, I'll put some over here and fix this one out. Cool. So because we actually built all around this, I am more confident now to extend the sand a little bit further. And that's as far as it'll go. So now it's encompassing this area, and then once we get some beautification work done over here, we should see it properly blended in. I quite like that. This area is looking a little bit empty, but I think we can fix it. Put some of those. Well, we can go ahead and put down some palm trees. One like that. And then something like this, maybe. Yeah, that works. Like we can have some food as well. Some food, pretty cool stuff. Yeah. Market. You want some corn? I'll give you... Send me a piece of that corn for later. There we go. Nice little happening spot right over there. Now we gotta get this side done, which I kind of want to do something similar. We can't fit another home over there, but I can indeed fit two of these guys right over here. And actually, you know what? We're going to go all the way down. We're going to do something like this. That's great. So it's actually even with the roads as well. We'll extend this over to here. We're going to have to extend this outward and behind. Yes, yes, yes. Very nice. And finally, the one of the quarters would be pretty nice over in this corner. Yeah, we're gonna have to put this one over here. So they're kind of look a little bit on the awkward side over in the back here. We need to get rid of one tile. One tile here, and that will allow us to build the pathway going down into these guys. Really cool. So we have that side set up, and now we have to work on finishing it out. How big is this radius? I'm curious. Yeah, so it's probably going to be... This was probably the best idea. It was wishful thinking to get up into here. We can still build on the other side, but I honestly believe this is pretty good. The island population here, not too bad. Not too bad. You know what? We also need to get the cinema there, too. You're still unhappy? What's your problem? Want some beer? Beer makes things better, right? Hold on, did I make a ship? I think I made a ship. Yep, Trinidad 3. Hey, old world, I need some beer. Apparently these people want some beer. And you have plenty of beer. So let's bring some of that over. And we'll send it over to Ventarus, ASP. Boom. And we'll set that for New World Transports. That shouldn't take too long. I'm not sure if we'll see it in this episode, but they will definitely come here and they'll be happy about it. The only thing that we're not producing for these... Oh, you know what we can do? Around this side, we can have a lot of the Hacienda farms. Because then we can provide them with the hot sauce and the atole. Or I can go over here to Duke Patrick and be like, yo, what you doing? And he's going to be like, hey, how's it going, man? I'm going to be like, yo, I need some of your premium quality hot sauce. And he's going to be like, okay, yeah, totally. I have a bunch. I'm completely loaded of hot sauce. And I'm going to say, you know what? We could use some on Ventarus, if you don't mind. More than likely, he's going to be like, you know what, man? Go right ahead. Thank you, my Lord Duke. Always a pleasure. Do you see? That was an entire canon conversation him and I just had. Boom. Done. That's how easy it is to make a storyline. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm gonna be taking some of your hot sauce, man, just so you know. They are legitimately unhappy. It's not even a lot of unhappiness, it's just -1. You have the Samba School, you have the other stuff you want, but you're still upsetty spaghetti. You know what? I'm gonna do something. Hold on. Where is that? We're gonna plop you down. I'll actually put a cinema here. Well, we're gonna have to put it in the middle somewhere. I think I'm gonna get rid of this home. We're gonna put a cinema in here. Nice. So, oh, I put it the wrong way. There we go. And we'll have to bring in some film reels. Do I have my airship around here? Yeah, I have the Rogue One. Let me head over to Hunt's Hell. We're gonna get some film reels because we are loaded up. That's the chewing gum. Didn't I have film reels here? I think I did. Yeah, I have 979. I stopped producing it. I need to fix the routes and whatnot. More than likely, I'm going to have everything necessary to produce the film reels come from other islands and bring them over here. Or, alternatively, Tortuga can't... Well, maybe Tortuga can do it. I'm going to ask Eva if she would want to produce some film reels. She does like shows, so I don't think that'll be a problem, because there's a perfectly good power station right over here. It would kind of cut into the attractiveness of the colony, but I just feel Hunt's Hell is so massively overwhelmed. Or I build another power station. How much oil do I have in here? Not enough for another power station. Well, you know what? Conveniently, I have an island right over here that is pumping out oil like no tomorrow. So, hey, you know what? You guys are going to be on this route. Ventarus is going to contribute oil to Hunt's Hell. That's what we're going to do. Both of these ships, they're going to bring it over to here. And we're going to set it for new only. More than likely, it's going to get empty in here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's a lot of oil that we need to bring over to Hunt's Hell. And we want to bring in at least... Well, the film reels, they'll last for a while. I'm going to bring up a full load of film reels, and then I'm going to also send some over to Traxios as well. This is La Isla. Where am I going? We're over here. I'll bring some over to Traxios as well, because I know Duke Shadow really likes cinema and films and movies and all that good stuff, so we're going to make that happen. Actually, let's head over there real quick. Where can I plop this thing down? Well, I mean, this side's kind of taken. I will probably put it in here. Yeah, let's position it right. How big is the building? It'll cut into the bright banners, but I think it's a nice location to put it right here where it's all happening. This side, I'm not going to mess with that. Yeah, this is probably going to be the best location. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. That and that. And then build... Excuse me? Told you to go. And we're going to build that. Awesome. So now we have the cinema over here. It is island-wide coverage. And it takes forever to process some film reels, so I'm fine with that. Let's drop this off at Ventarus first so they don't have a violent uprising for some stupid reason. You never know what can happen with this game, truthfully. I have had the most random experiences with Anno 1800 ever. And it could be just because it's on expert campaign. It could just be because my luck is terrible. You know, there are many, many things, okay? There are many contributing factors. Go ahead and put down all these film reels, and then... Oh, dang it. I was supposed to do that tactic. Sorry, I forgot about the keybind. I'm just so damn used to doing this. Actually, I need to go over here, because this will be faster. I really need to... Because when I'm... For you guys to know, when I'm recording, I'm standing up, and normally my left hand is somewhere either like at my side or it's holding my back, but... I'm only using my right hand to actually use the mouse and whatnot, so I'm just like, oh, click, 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 you know, and I'm just... I never said I was normal, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. Never said I was normal. Never said I was okay. I'm just kidding. Okay, can we get your film reels now? Can these people be happy? Never actually seen this thing properly work in a campaign before. So are there gonna be people that pop up? Oh, there's a whole bunch of people. So what's on the it's on a list of movies for today? No, I don't have one, sorry. King Kano. I think that's fine. Llama Drama, the big hit that'll make you spit. Okay, that I don't know if I want to see that. Howling at the Moon. Oh, that's premiering tonight. I don't know if I want to see any of these. That's backwards. I can't read any of these other ones. Yeah, apparently Hauling at the Moon is coming tonight, so I don't know. I personally don't have any interest in any of these ones, but if you guys do, you know where to go. It's right here. Okay, we don't need to bring every single film reel just delivered over to these guys, do we? But at least they're happier. A 0, man, are you kidding? With 3 items provided. What? The pollution, dude! Are you kidding? Okay, yeah, it's a little bit dirty, but you're nowhere close to it. Outstanding. Wait for your damn beer. Okay, you need to get this side done. Get that over here. I am gonna make another nice little market area over here, too. Yeah, I kind of am digging that. Can't put anything in the back there, which is unfortunate. But I will put some of the palm trees down. And we'll finish that out. That's awkward in the back. I can't fix it. I'm not gonna even look at it. Get that there. We'll put a fountain of inspiration in the middle. Boom, boom. Done. I think this side would benefit from the exotic flower bed. That makes it look very pretty. Oh, there's room in the back there. Ugh. Oh no. I was not aware that there was a spot there. Well, you know what? You can always get some tropical fruit. You can get some tropical fruit there. A summer pavilion, maybe. This is cool. Like, it's easier to beautify with this pack than it is by a long shot with steampunk. I hate that I have to put it that low on the tier list. I really do. I really do. I mean, look at this. Like, that's it. Like, I'm not ripping into people into them at all, but I'm just saying like that should be a lot of more stuff with steampunk. Really, there should be. I don't know. Maybe they'll be enticed to look at it again. Might add some in the future. That would be kind of cool. Tree. Okay, it looks like this side is pretty good. We need to get this spot done. We already had it started with this fountain, and it's perfectly positioned. I love this fountain. The pavilion over here. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll have a walkway go into there. And then let's just have some seating areas. So yeah, because I've been playing a lot of Warhammer, specifically the Chaos Dwarves. I'm sorry, I have to do this. Hashut! Okay, and if you guys don't know what Hashut is, I'm gonna be very, I'm gonna explain it to you. Hashut is a chaos god, one of the minor chaos gods of darkness. He's the father of darkness that the Chaos Dwarves revere, and the rivers here remind me of that. I don't remember what the name of the river is that they created to bring in a lot of water sources to their capital, Jar Nagrund, in order for their factories to continue working. And essentially, the water looks like this, but it becomes even worse, more on the radioactive side the moment that it gets closer to like the open water, and that is just because the Dawizar are just so heavily invested in industry, heavy industry, and they just dump all that into the water supply, and it goes out into the world. So they're definitely not good in any which way, shape, or form. They are supporters of chaos. They are angry, very, very powerful, and I quite enjoyed the fact that they brought the they made a lore implication as to why you can't spam their units, for example. I personally like it. I know some people, they don't like to be limited in that particular fashion. Sometimes it has bothered me that I can't get and recruit some of their units easily. But pretty much the long and short of it is to just explain, part of the commentary. Their population size as opposed to those of their kin, being the Dawi themselves, are a lot less. So they've had to conscript, by not so nice means, additional forms of labor. That is how I will put it. But in the process of this, they particularly focused on the Warhammer race of greenskins. So you're talking orcs, goblins, hobgoblins, stuff like that, right? I was going through the lore, and there was a time in which the greenskins all revolted against the Dawizar, but the hobgoblins remained, loyal to the cause, and they supported the Dawizar, and now they have like a pseudo okay-ish rank amongst them, and they're capable of, like, they don't provide them with like the best armaments at all. They're in fact, on the weaker end still, but they do, I guess, respect them to a point that are like, okay, yeah, you guys helped us with this, rebellion that took place, so we'll let you have some level of autonomy. But if you mess up, you're going to the mines with your kin. That's how it is. And they were brutal, like absolutely brutal. If you go and read about the Legion of Asgore, if you they have, what the heck? Are you serious, Isabel? No, I'm good, honey. Thank you. Bye bye. If you read about the Legion of Asgore, just as we take in the sites right over here, the Legion of Asgore is probably the strongest military arm of the Dawizar, and it's run by they do this well in Warhammer 3, I think, with Drazoat the Ashen. The Infernal Guard, if you were to become an Infernal Guard, what I believe you have to undergo is that face helmet, that entire helmet covers your face, covers your entire scalp all the way to the back. Your beard is only going to be out. It's essentially burned to you. And if you're part of the Infernal Guard, that means that you have royally messed up in the society and you need to go for rehabilitation. That is what it means. And I think there have been times in which a Dawizar has actually been able to take that thing off from time to time and reintegrate back into society, which is kind of cool. I do like that. I'm gonna put a farm field down. No, I need you. Just hold a moment. What was I planning on making here? I could, well, we need to get what to Hunt's Hell in abundance. We're bringing over a whole bunch of ethanol. So that's okay. We need some more camphor wax, dude. I have to find a good source for that. I really, like, that's one mod I'm definitely putting into the list to fix these orchards. I hate the fact that they have a radius to them. You know what? I think what we'll do is we're going to try and cut out a majority of these farm fields, because this is a lot of room that I could be otherwise using for factories. The corn doesn't seem to be that much of an well, it seems like we're using the corn but not so much the coffee. So let's start with coffee over here on Ventarus, and we'll definitely have to bring in some steam motors and all that stuff. Oh, wait a minute, this real quick. Do I have steam motors over here? I'm pretty sure I do, but I'll just grab it for later because we're almost at the timer, unfortunately. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Where's the airport? It's right over here. I need to bring in some of this stuff from... And let's head back over here. So I will build the tractor barn and the fertilizer silo. Why can't I... Actually, here. I'm just gonna put it for coffee, then. The building's gone. Hello? Hey! What the hell? No, I need you. Get back here. Oh my god. This game, it wants to kill me! That's the second weird-ass glitch I've had today. You are adjacent to it. What are you talking about? Put you there, then. There we go. Pull that down. Get it over here. But yeah, they also have really powerful artillery. Absolutely insane. I love the magma cannons. I'm gonna be very real. The magma cannons, they hit different, man. They're just, it's beefy. I actually prefer the magma cannons over a hell cannon. That is something fierce. I can't put that here. What the heck? Are you serious? Oh, because I haven't. Oh, right. Now I understand what the problem is. There we go. I flipped this around. Let's go ahead. I'll get some of this. Oh, apparently I can't do that. You know what? I kind of want to make this look nice. We're going to have a road that goes through here. And that's going to be the next one. So it's actually a good thing that I didn't put anything through here. Really separates these farm fields. I like it. I think we can actually fit another one in here. Let's see. Oh, I always default to going with that one first. I don't know why. Oh, this is gonna be close. That 52. What are you at? You're at 100. You don't need all this space. You're still fine. I can take more from you. But now, this works, right? You are at 70. Awesome. Look at that little starter. Love to see it. So, we got this island really, really, really well optimized, I think. There's a bunch of artistas here. There's some Obreras, some Hornlillos, a little bit of everything. And now we need to really expand upon the farm fields. I'm going to be delivering that payload of film reels to you immediately, Duke Shadow, so don't worry. And yeah, I hopefully, Henry, you do like your island. Thank you so much for being part of the channel. Thank you to every single one of you who are supporting me on this journey of mine. It is truly incredible. The kindness of human beings when we honestly want to be that way, I guess, is probably the best way of putting it. I really appreciate every single one of you. You all are incredible people. And until next time, my friends, thank you so much. Please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. We're going to see a lot more farm fields here at the beginning of the next episode before you head to the capital. And if Henry, if you want anything else to happen over here, I do know that we still have to build that great the Grand Stadium. So we'll figure out a good spot for that as well. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much. And I'll catch you in the next episode, my Rantians.